Hey, we're back with part two with David. Is going to be behind the scenes again, and he's going to be talking about what leading from what he was talking about before. So, yeah, I have no idea what's on TV. I don't know if you guys can hear the background, but I do apologise. Let me just lay it down. I'll cut the volume out so that you don't hear. And if you are hearing noise, it's the cars outside that's just going past, because I live like on the main road, but with a car park as well, I suppose, and opposite a pub. So you probably can hear some background noise and stuff. I'll try and take that out later. But yeah, so like I said, if you want to hear or see David in these videos, in any videos again, just drop a comment and with topics to talk about, and then we can discuss that. I will be doing another video with my cousin at some point. We're going to be doing the one that we did last week. We're going to redo it. So yeah, let's just get straight into it and see what we can come up with, I guess. But as I said, I'm staying behind the camera. You don't need to see two ugly people in front of you. So there you go. Go on.
So I'm here until Sunday. Then I leave to go back home, and then meet up with friends back home and discuss whatever has happened or
Politics.
or hasn't happened over this weekend or over this past week, because I've been in England from Tuesday, and this, I know the Brexit idea is probably going to concern most people, whether they're students or whether they're here in work placement or whether...
Or international students.
Or
Just the West. International students are the West, because immigrants.
International students working here, where you're working here on a 5-year thing with the National Health Service or whatever. Brexit will have its toll. We're supposed to live in a democratic world and a democratic United Kingdom, as they call it. Going by what two people have already said, we could be heading for suspension of Parliament, where we don't have a say. But Brexit is a thing that Farage created. All he is just a mouthpiece, and if he doesn't get what he wants, he'll create another party just to prove a point. I know the economy in Northern Ireland will suffer. The experts have stated Northern Ireland could lose 40,000 jobs out of this, and I would say the health service will lose about 20,000 to 40,000 workers on this, because their contract could be terminated under the laws of Brexit when it happens, if it happens. Business will suffer. Food hygiene will go out the window. We will be like Yanks eating chicken out of tins. Full chicken, basically. And so Brexit has a down fact on the UK economy as a whole and the UK workforce. So I don't know what the future holds in that. We just have to wait and see over the next couple of days and see what whoever comes out of this as the leader of and the Prime Minister of this country. We'll have to wait and see. And that is basically it for now.
Well, there you have it, folks. I don't do Brexit. I don't know what's going on, what's going to happen. It's mad. It's crazy to think that, international students, like I was watching I can't remember what it was called last week, but there was a programme on, I think it was BBC One or BBC Two, where they were doing a panel thing. And one of them was an international student in the audience, and he turned around and said he comes to this country to study, and then once he graduates, he wants to live here and he wants to contribute to the country. He doesn't want to live here for free, which I get. Most international students don't want to do that. They would come into the country to study. They would come into the country to contribute. To make a contribution to society, to make it a better place. But now they don't have the rights to work here or the rights to stay here once their studies are over. You have to go back to your country, and his fear is going back to his country and not being able to stay here is quite insane, because he's here to help, here to work or whatever. After he graduates, he wants to live in the UK and work, but from what the government is saying, that's not possible to happen. Plus they can't vote. International students can't vote. They don't have a say in what happens to Brexit, what happens to the economy, and what happens to society, because they're not from this country. Which I do understand, but at the same time, you've got Donald Trump, who's not part of this country, but yet he's allowed to be in this country and take over and say what he wants to say and do what he wants. I don't give a monkeys if he's president of America or whatever. That's not an issue. The issue is, if he can come over here and step his big mouth or big yellow nose into the UK and say this is how it should be run, that's how it should be run, then I think all international people that come over from abroad is allowed to have their say in what's what and allowed to vote. And it also goes for, like, if you go to America, you have to pay, don't you? You have to pay for the hospital. You have to pay for healthcare. I know people that went to America and Dubai, they've got to pay for their healthcare. But when international immigrants come over here for operations and stuff, they get free service. So I do understand why they're trying to change that, why they're trying to charge international people, immigrants, for using our NHS, because we have to do the same over there. And I agree with that. I agree with the fact that international students should get charged for, or even immigrations or whatever. You come on holiday, you're using our NHS, you should get charged for it. Because if we go to America or we go to Dubai, we have to pay for our treatments. So I don't see why they can't pay for their treatments over here, because to me that makes no sense. If you're going to charge us to use your health service in your country, then why shouldn't we charge you just exactly the same? Yes, well, everybody's different, but at the same time, hospitals are the same. Wherever you go, if you're going to charge us over in your country, then you have to expect the same thing. Yeah. What do you think? Do you agree?
Mm-hmm.
I was speaking to my friend the other day, and she totally says the same thing. If you're going to charge us to come over to your country to use your hospital services, then why shouldn't we charge you? To me, you should have. If you're going to expecting free treatment over here, then we should expect it the same wherever we go, into Europe, to Dubai, to America, to China, whatever. We should get the same treatment as well. If you're going to charge us, then we should charge you. It's as simple as that. And people that don't like pork or whatever, for whatever reason, I'm still going to eat pork regardless. I know a lot of Muslims don't like it. I know it's been on Facebook about pork, when the people put their pictures of pork on their plate and stuff, and Muslims get offended by it. I can understand why you're getting offended by it, but at the same time, you can't tell someone not to eat pork. If I can't eat pork, then Muslims can't eat it between the girls' legs. Simple as that. I'm gonna put it out there, and I'm gonna say it. If I can't eat pork, then Muslims can't eat pussy. Simple as that. So at the end of the day, at the end of the day, you're still gonna eat pork. You're still gonna eat pussy. I'm gonna still eat my pork, regardless. And anyway, we're gonna leave it there. So the motto of the story is: keep eating pussy. I'm gonna keep eating pork, regardless of what you people think. So, laters, haters.